Do you consider yourself to be an anxious person who's constantly overthinking every possible scenario? Well, that used to keep me up at night every night. I used to overthink every possible scenario that I should have done in the past or that I should potentially do in the future. And that's the thing about anxiety. Anxiety means that we're either stuck in the past, in overanalyzing mistakes that we might have been made in the past, or trying to control the future. And in my personal case, what used to keep me up at night a lot was to do with my work as an architect and in construction. And the thing about construction is that when you make a mistake and it gets built, it suddenly has to be demolished and rebuilt all over again, and someone ends up having to pay for it. But what I ultimately realized was that the magnitude of the mistakes that I thought I may or may not have made were hardly a mistake to others. Because my attention to detail, because of my high sensitivity and my depth of processing trait, it means that I'm very attentive to every minute detail. And I wanted every detail to be perfect. And this is what makes us HSPs perfectionists, unfortunately. We're very attentive to detail, so we're very analytical of every little thing that we do. So we're not forgiving enough of ourselves. And it also means that we worry that others will judge us. And when in actual reality, the detail of our perception of our mistakes is often actually unlikely to be as much or as big a magnitude of a mistake to others. And what a lot of HSPs tend to experience is gaslighting, and gaslighting in the workplace included. So when a boss or a manager gaslights you and expects you to do everything right and everything perfect, and if you get anything wrong, then it's a complete disaster, that is not the right support that you should be receiving. And what often happens when it comes to receiving gaslighting from others is that when we're not aware of what's happening, it ends up making us gaslight ourselves. So we take on the role of the attacker. And this is where we start becoming hard on ourselves and judging ourselves. Not only fearing the judgment of others, but judging ourselves. When in reality, a good manager or a good boss or a good company is a good support system who recognizes the hard work and care that you put into your work and approaches it with calm and a supporting energy, because support is extremely important. So one thing that I highly recommend working on is self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself and becoming aware of the gaslighting behavior that you are directing towards yourself. And that acknowledgement is what will help you kickstart yourself towards moving forward. Because as long as we seek to improve, everything can be mended. So one is forgive yourself, recognize your self-gaslighting behavior, and seek a good support system in your life. Now, the other thing about anxiety, like I said earlier, it's trying to control the future, trying to fixate on a perception of how the future should be. And this is all to do with wanting to control the outcome of every situation. For example, finding the right partner, or getting the right job, or doing the right thing, or worrying about not doing the right thing. So again, all of this can also relate back to perfectionism, of wanting to get everything done perfect and worrying that you might not be able to do everything perfect. But if we begin to live more in the present, not in the past, not in the future, but in the present, and if we begin to trust that our intuition will guide us towards what is right, and if we surround ourselves with a good support system, then we're really more likely to achieve the right outcome. And appreciate that we are also human beings and we all make mistakes from time to time. And the thing with perfectionism is that rather than looking at the situations, the outcome, the end goal, as the all or nothing of success, look at the small steps you need to get to your place of intention. Focus on the intention rather than the outcome. Turn the goal into an intention, What's the intention behind what you want to achieve? What value does it connect to? For example, what is your idea of success? Are you seeking to become more successful to make more money for yourself, or are you seeking to become more successful to be able to reach more lives, reach more people and improve more lives or more people? What is your intention? And that's all part of self-forgiveness as well. Once we recognize our intention, and once we are surrounded with a support system who recognizes our intention and the care that we put into our work, then that's how we can really begin to thrive. I hope you found this helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to this.